Hello, Susan. All right, Susan, listen carefully. Where I have decided that whenever I am doing a special session, oh my God, let me start over. Hi, Susan. I have decided that whenever I am doing a special session, which means that it is not on Tuesdays, I have a special question or a special, no, it doesn't work like that. Today, on an off day, your question must be something related to your heart. What is the heart question, or something that you feel that's particularly important, that touches on your heart, or that's related to your heart or to your feelings? That is the only kind of question that I am going to accept today. So, Susan, what I want you to do is think about this question that is so near to your heart, and then ask for a reading. If you do not want to reveal what the question is, I have no problem with that. But you need to center yourself, take a few deep breaths, if you don't already know, and ask for a reading that is close to your heart based on the question that you have in there. That's the only kind of reading I'm giving today. All right? That's why I said it's a special session. So, is that your heart question? Okay, and today I did say, in case you didn't read the notice, today I did say it is the only time when I will give yes or no answers. So, I'm going to assume, Susan, that this is the case. Even if I get other information in the card, you will only get a yes or no, because you asked a yes or no question. Actually, I already know the answer, but I'm going to okay, Susan. This is upside. Okay, Susan. Yes, that's all you're gonna get, huh? No explanation, no nothing. So that's your response, Susan. Okay, so who is next? Today is, you all know me, today is the only time I'm gonna give yes or no answers. But when I give the yes or no answers, I'm not adding anything to it. So think and focus deeply on the heart question. As I said, you do not have to ask the question. If it's too personal, you can say a reading please, but keep that heart question in mind. Focus on it. All right, so that was Susan. So who is next? And just for you all to know, I'm on Fiverr now. All right. So check me out on Fiverr. Send your friends to Fiverr. It's still the Phenomenal Shamanic Tarot readings for a very small investment. I think it's $10 or something. And in addition to Dragon Energy Healing, and what else? Intuitive Coaching for Women. So keep the link, take note of the link. Let's see who else is there. Sachin. Will things settle well for me soon with what you have in mind? Okay, will things settle well for me soon with what I have in mind? I assume it's a with that's missing there, Sachin. All right, will things settle well for me soon with what I have in mind? Actually, I don't really need the soon, it will things settle for me. with what I have in mind. So Sachin. Yes. I don't know about soon, but the answer is yes. So I'll add one word, persevere. Okay, Sachin? All right. Next. I don't know why people ask yes no answers, ask for yes or no, but lots of people do, which is why I decided to grant it this time exceptionally, as well as the hard questions. Because you can't really get any detail out of a yes or no, but that's the way it is. Okay. So who is next? I see someone else is on. So let's check. You're very welcome, Sachin. You're welcome, Susan. Well, I see two more people are on, but I'm not seeing their names. All right, so for you to audition, Sylvia. Hello, Sylvia. Oh my gosh, Sylvia, it's been a while. Hello, Michaela. Michaela, did you hear the specifics for this special session? All right, so Michaela, let me know if you heard what I said. All right, so Sylvia wants to know if her daughter and granddaughter will have a good recovery. You know, it is not strictly yes or no, you know, Sylvia. Okay, that's perfect. So, whenever I am doing readings outside of Tuesday, I will have a specific criteria. Today, you can ask either questions with a yes or no answer, or you can you can ask a hard question, which means something that's there or close to your heart. What that means is, if you do not want to reveal the question because it's too private, keep the question in mind when you ask for a reading. So that means to take 2, 3, 4, 5 in and out breaths, focus on that question that's dear to your heart, and then you either ask the question or you ask for a general reading, and that particular question will be answered. Okay, Michaela? Right. And I hope that clarified things for you, Sylvia. Okay, now. All right. Nandini, I do not do third party reading, so try again. I am not into that. All right, so Sylvia's question. Will her husband and granddaughter have a good recovery? Sylvia. Will her daughter and granddaughter and husband have a good recovery? Well, this card just popped out. Yes, Sylvia, absolutely. With some wonderful surprises. Those are 3 extra words. 4 extra words. Okay. Next is Michaela. Well, Michaela, I hope you heard my explanation, huh? Okay. Or my explanation for today. All right. Shivangi. Oh, Michaela, I see you're back at it again. Okay. Am I dating the right person for me? Michaela, how many times do I have to give you all this speech? Why are you giving your power away like this? You go on a date because you like the person. The damn problem is you and the majority of other women out there already have expectations about a relationship when you don't even know the person. You know nothing about the person's character, personality, etc. This is absolute nonsense. So basically you're just jumping into the deep end. You have no idea how deep it is. You don't know the individual, but because what, you are so desperate for a dick? Well, I don't know. I don't know that you decide to date somebody. The only way things are going to work out, yes, I'm giving you a speech, you know me, before I say anything else. The only way things are going to work out is when you decide to love yourself first. First. When you are comfortable with who you are, only then will you attract the person who is in vibration on that same level or better with you. It doesn't work any other way. And I don't know how many times I have to tell you all this. And basically you are giving your power away by now coming to ask if you are dating the right person. This is wrong. This is wrong. But anyway, despite all my talking, and I've been saying this for how many years now, none of you pay any attention. All right, Shivangi, hold on a second. All right, Michaela wants to know if she's dating the right person for her. Michaela. Yes. Did you ask for a yes/no answer? Yeah, I'm sorry to hear, Sylvia, that this is still going on. But you're very welcome. Michaela is laughing. Anyway, Michaela, new beginnings are in the offing. Free spirit and starting a new adventure is what is on the cards for you, my dear. You're going to have a lot of wonderful creative breakthroughs. This is a time for wild dreams, which means dream big. Not about the person you are dating. Dream about the life that you want to have. Do not include the person you are dating. That is going to mess it up. I repeat, dream big. Go enjoy yourself. Do not put the person in your dream, because then you'll be messing them up. Okay? This is your dream. All right. Take this very, very seriously, Michaela. And actually, I think it's you. I gave such a speech already. Anyway, Shivangi. Okay, Shivangi wants a general reading for a yes/no answer. Okay. Now, it's quite interesting that you all have the option to ask for a general reading or a yes/no answer, and most of you are choosing yes or no because you don't really want to know the details. But never mind, it's quite all right. Okay, Shivangi. Let's see. Shivangi wants to know if it's yes or no. Shivangi, this one is a bit complicated. So let me put it this way. You will be starting a new chapter in your life, because the cards are saying Exactly that, to welcome the new. So if that's what you wanted to hear, my dear, for something new, that's a yes. Okay? All right. Rick Swade. Rick Swade, that doesn't make any sense at all. You mean to tell me you've been with someone for 2 years and you don't know how the person feels about you? Did you ever think of asking? You already know, you know. Women's intuition are infallible once they decide to put aside emotion and just sit with the feeling to know what they need to know without knowing how they know it. And in addition to which, Rick Swade, I don't think you heard the criteria for the readings today. The criteria is this. When I am not on Tuesdays, when I am on Tuesdays, you all can ask anything except yes, no answers. I don't accept that. However, today, you can ask for a yes, no answer, or you can put the question, the heart question, in and ask for a general reading. You are not asking for a general reading, you are asking for something very specific. So is it that you want a yes or a no? You're welcome, Shivangi. Rick Swade, do you want a yes or no answer? Let's see, who else while I wait? You're welcome, Michaela. Kushbu. All right. Kushbu, did you hear the criteria that I just gave for readings? If you want a general reading, do you have a heart question already? You need to focus on that question in your heart, something that you hold dear, and then ask for the reading. So Kusbu, it's been a while and I am going to assume that you have that question. Okay? All right. Kusbu. Kusbu, I think I got this card for you a very long time ago and it is still applicable. It's Four of Earth. This Four of Earth card is saying that you need to conserve your energy, you need to create a new foundation. That's what the number 4 means. It means you need to save on your energy and time. You need to spend less time holding on to material things that have little to do with a free spirit. And Kusbu, as I'm talking to you, I'm getting a headache. So this was not a hard question. And if it was, you need to drop that hard question because it is not serving you any, it's not doing you any good. It's not doing you any good at all. And it's actually limiting you, Kusbu. Okay? Okay, Rick Swade wants a yes or no. Okay. You want to know if he will come back. Why is it that women always want men to come back? That makes absolutely no sense at all. So, before I give you the reading, Rick Swade, yes, I'm like that. Before I give you the reading, have you taken responsibility for your part in the relationship? For what caused this man to walk out? Because if you haven't, nothing is going to change. You cannot take responsibility for his part, and consequently your yearning for something that has already left the scene is inexplicable to me. You need to be working on loving yourself, on putting yourself first. Never put a man first. You can put your child first if you have children and they are under 18. Children are also responsible for making their own decisions, and children are must also be held responsible for their actions regardless of their age. That's where I stand on that issue. Okay. So now that you've gotten my opinion, which is not advice, well, actually, that was advice. Because my opinion is worth shit, actually. Everybody's opinion is worth shit. If you're getting advice, you're getting advice. Otherwise, it's worthless. Okay, so Rex Wade wants to know if he will come back. And that name gives me the impression of long hair. It's still quite masculine, the presence that I get from this name, but long, you know, shoulder length, wavy blonde hair. I get an image of who is this actor or rock singer? Anyway, never mind. Rick Swade. Well, Rick Swade, let me put it like this. I get a yes with a but. Okay? It's beautiful, but I get a yes with a but. So you're gonna have to take that as it is. Alright? Puncho. Okay, Puncho, Chris Adam. So Puncho and Chris Adam, listen carefully. Puncho, Chris Adam, Nandini, listen up. On Tuesdays, you all can ask any question. Any other day of the week when I come on are special sessions. Today, you must ask a question that is dear to your heart. Something that is really precious to this very tender organ in your body. Now, you don't have to reveal the question if you don't want to. What you will have to do is take a few deep breaths, keep the question in your heart, focus on it, and then ask for a general reading or ask for a reading that gives you a yes-no answer. And you all know me, I don't normally give yes-no answers, so make choose, okay? And come back to me, Puncho. Puncho, Nandini, and Chris Adam Drake. Yes, Chris Adam Drake, so I hope you just heard my explanation. So I'm waiting for y'all. You have to post again. Okay? You do. Because that precious question must be in here. This is my show, so this is how I do it on the off days. And y'all gotta be quick. I'm 24 minutes in. And I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stay on. Okay? All right, okay, here we go. So we'll start with Chris Adam Drake. He wants a general reading. Okay. And you will be next, Puncho. Chris Adam Drake. And welcome, Chris Adam Drake. All right, buddy. Two things. I got two cards for you. The first one is this. Things are heavy right now. It's true. I understand. Actually, they are friggin' difficult. I understand. You need to know that this is an initiation period that you're experiencing. You are going through a transition. The only thing is, you have to go through it. and it is your choice in how you deal with it and all the difficulties, the challenges that occur. You have to go through the dark, Chris, to get to the light. There is no other choice. Okay? There's no other option. However, the second card I drew for you is the Empress card. And the Empress is telling you, Chris, that it is time that you clean the slate, that you create boundaries. That's a wall behind here, actually. Yeah? And notice the paintbrush. It is time to begin a new chapter in your life. But this is in stages. You must go through what you are going through in order to get the experience and to learn the lessons. And the faster you absorb the lesson is the faster you will get here. Okay? This is a major arcana card and it's a beautiful card. It's all about abundance, nurturing, creativity. It is also saying it's time for self-care. And in your particular case, Chris Adam Drake, you need to create boundaries in your life. Healthy boundaries. What does that mean? It means that you need to stop doing things for people because they ask you, or because they make you feel guilty, or because you like them, or because they run a guilt trip on you, or because they say that, you know, I'm always nice to you, and some other shit. Healthy boundaries. No, man, I can't right now. No, that's not in my best interest. I can't help you right now. You know, I'm really, really busy. Could you call back at another time? I don't have time to talk, but maybe we can meet for coffee. All of those different ways, or meet in Popeyes. All of those are different ways of saying no. That is how you create boundaries. And you do not step over your own boundary. When you say no, it's no. No matter how guilty you feel, the guilt will disappear the more you do it. Boundaries are meant to keep you safe. Your emotions, I'm talking about. The people who keep running guilt trips on you and all that sort of shit. It's time for the new. Start now. Alright, so now we have Poncho. Poncho, you're welcome, Chris Adam Drake. Okay, so Poncho. Poncho wants a general reading. Based on that hard question. Okay, Poncho. I'm feeling a bit choked up here. So whatever is going on, you need to release that release that worry. Worry is stored in the throat chakra. You need to release it. One good way is to speak it out. Not speak it into existence, huh? You speak it out to get it out of you. You go talk to somebody or whatever it is, but share it to get it out of you. Alright? Or write it out or something, Poncho. I get 2 of Earth. Actually, I get 2 cards for you. So, the first card is amazing. The first card is absolutely amazing. It's my absolute favorite card in the deck. It's the Wind Star, and I haven't drawn the Wind Star card in a very, very long time. And this card is saying that you got so much potential, Poncho. It's absolutely amazing. This is the wind. The wind is all about windy thoughts. And in this particular case, Poncho, you have the wind at your back and it is pushing you forward. So you have everything at your disposal, and it is now up to you, Puncho, to take action. Your personal power is what I'm talking about. It is going to help you achieve goals, and you really have done a hell of a lot of work on yourself to get this card. Inspiration is at its peak. I'm reading from the book as a clear vision and a breakthrough moment. You can fight for your ideas and win, Puncho. Just remember to reserve your energies, some of that energy, for the challenges ahead. Now, I did say I got 2 cards for you. This card is amazing. You all have no idea how powerful this card is. It's not a major arcana card, but I really feel that it should have been. It's powerful. You see, you can't even keep in all the energy, so it explodes into this yellow corona. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Very powerful message. The other card is 2 of Earth, and 2 of Earth is all about balance. 2 of Earth is telling you to chill out, to relax, to let go of that energy, that thing that you are holding on to. Yesterday was the full moon, Puncho. I would suggest that you go onto YouTube and you find Masterco, C-O, masterco.org for the July full moon meditation. I feel, Puncho, that this is going to help you a lot to clear out the old and also help you with what you want to bring into creation. So let me also tell you that if you have projects that you're working on right now, hold it until the end, because there is a focus of energy on creative projects with to direct the full moon energy at it. All right, Puncho? Healthy boundaries. Very important. And interestingly enough, this full moon is about the yin and yang, and this is what I am seeing here for you, Puncho. So pay attention and go to it. Okay? Beautiful. Let's see. Okay, I'm 33 minutes in here, people. Let me see. Paris! Lily is a flower. All right, so Paris, did you hear? Okay, Paris, this is the criteria. And I'm telling it to you, even though I feel that this is a hard question. When I am not on Tuesdays, my special sessions have a specific criteria. And in this particular case, you either ask for a yes/no answer or a general reading based on a heart question, on a question of the heart. And when I say question of the heart, I'm not talking about lovey-dovey or anything like that, or couple related. It could be, but not necessarily. Okay, so that means that you have to keep the focus on that question in your heart when you ask for a reading today. Also, exceptionally, I will give yes or no answers today only. So Paris, come back to me. Let me shuffle these cards in the meantime. Okay. That's good, Puncho. Oh my God. Well, I would strongly urge you, Puncho, there is no such thing as coincidence. This is called synchronicity. So get on with it, because this is what you need, because this feeling that I am feeling has now gone from the throat to the gut, which means it has traveled down from the solar plexus. You need to deal with this, Puncho, okay? So go do that July, that yin yang full moon meditation. All right. Ah, how beautiful. All right, so Paris, I assume you want a yes no answer. Okay. You don't have, it doesn't have to be yes no, you know. I just needed to let you know. Paris, you need to make up your mind. Okay, I'll give you a general reading. That's the last word. Okay. So it is based on your heart question, the question that you are holding right here. Right, Paris? All right. It's only for your benefit, huh? Paris. Well, Paris, I see victory and success, wishes granted after turbulent time. The time is now. Feel comforted and satisfied. And that tells me it's about your school. I didn't choose it. It's based on the answer that came. All right? So, new doors, new opportunities will be opening up for you, young lady. Go to it. You hear the alarm? Pay attention. That's for you, Paris. Erudite Queen, did you hear my criteria today? My criteria when I am not on Tuesdays is this. You must have a question that's close to your heart. You do not have to share the question, but take 3 deep breaths, focus on the question, keep the question in your heart, and then ask for the reading. So I will wait for you to do that. Or you can ask for a yes-no answer. Will I be successful in studying a professional career? Let me tell you, this is a silly question. It is too broad. It is too broad. And not only that, it's very subjective. And why do I say silly? I'm not putting you down. It's because if you chose a particular study, you're welcome, Paris. Why would you ask if it will be successful? You must want it, and consequently, you must expect it to be successful. Erudite Queen. Okay, all right. So I'll give you a general reading. Okay. You need to be careful when you're asking such questions, huh? Because it's telling me that you are unsure, you are unfocused, and perhaps you have some doubt about what you chose. I'm getting all that just from your question. I could go on, which is why I said what I did. Okay? All right. So, erudite queen. Creative, emotionally stable, responsible, intelligent. But you haven't always been that way. And not only that, you aren't always this way. However, there is an open door for you and the light is shining through. The door is ajar. This is your card, young lady. This is the sea shaman. Right now, you are swimming in it. The it is your emotions. That's what the sea means. However, notice the newborn. I'm getting a little a petit frisson, chills. Oops. This is the open door. You are about to give birth to something new. And if you persevere, you will succeed. You do have to insist on emotionally stable, responsible, and intelligent. You tend, for some reason, erudite queen, to give that up. Why? I don't know, but this is up to you to identify. Well, actually, I could tell you, but that's not what this is about. This entire card is purple, and that tells me that your intuition must be brought into play. I'm looking in the book right now, Erudite Queen, to see what else, what pops out for you. Practice and take pride in your own creative and healing intelligence. Do not keep your feelings boxed in. And that is your problem, young lady. Follow, heed, listen to, pay attention to your intuition, girl. You're ignoring it. And all of your other beautiful qualities are going in the bin because you're ignoring it. Don't do that. All right. If no one else is on, let me see. If no one else is on, I'm going to say toodles. New like new. What else could new mean? And I only take one question as well. Huh? But, okay, so no one else is on. So I shall say at 43 minutes. Ciao, people. Till next week.